Coming up on today's Disney Roundup, a preview of this year's EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays, a first look at the marquee sign for Remy's Ratatouille adventure, and new enhancements announced for Disney World's 50th anniversary. I have all that and more for you coming up right here on the DRU. Hey everyone, Jeff here and welcome to the Disney Roundup, where I bring you up to date with all the latest Disney and Disney Parks news each and every single week. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. Starting off with parks news this week, as we are just less than a year away from Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary, Disney continues to prepare for the celebration. Starting now, the entrance gateways to Disney World will be receiving a new color palette that complements the recent royal makeover of Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom. The new gateways will be replacing the original tagline of "Where Dreams Come True" with "The Most Magical Place on Earth," and be removing Cinderella Castle. Now, there are 5 signs around property that will be replaced that include the entrances at World Drive, World Center Drive, Western Way, Osceola Parkway, and Hotel Plaza Boulevard. Now, this goes along with the current repainting of Magic Kingdom Parking Plaza, as that has been a project recently in the works as well. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of the new gateways that will be coming in time for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Do you like the old ones, or do you like the new ones a little bit better? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As the holiday season quickly approaches, Disney has announced further details regarding this year's EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays. The Taste of EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays is taking place from November 27th through December 30th this year. The magical event will feature delicious food, fun activities, and the chance to see some Disney characters in their holiday finest. At this year's festival, seasonal cuisine can be found at the holiday kitchens located throughout World Showcase, such as American Holiday Table, Bavaria Holiday Kitchen, or Yukon Holiday Kitchen, as well as the 3 kitchens inside the World Showplace Events Pavilion. Characters dressed in their holiday best will be seen traveling through World Showcase that include Queen Anna and Elsa in the Frozen Holiday Promenade, and Mickey Mouse and his pals on the Mickey and Friends Holiday World Tour, and Santa Claus. In the America Gardens Theater, you can enjoy sounds of the season from Voices of Liberty. Mariachi Cobre will be bringing a celebration of Mexican holiday customs through music and dance. Over at the Canada Pavilion, Jammers will be performing, and inside World Showplace will be joyful. The Holiday Cookie Stroll returns this year as well, with a complimentary cookie as a reward for completing the confectionery collection. And new to this year, Olaf's Holiday Tradition Expedition, a festive adventure around World Showcase to round up holiday traditions of Olaf's missed places. Then look for hidden Olafs throughout the World Showcase pavilions. Once you find them all, you'll receive a gift worth melting for while supplies last. As the Tomorrowland Transit Authority PeopleMover remains closed, it seems like it will continue to do so through 2021. The PeopleMover now is showing under the refurbishments calendar on the My Disney Experience app that it will be closed for refurbishment through at least January 9th of 2021. As always though, subscribe and stay tuned, and I'll keep you up to date with all the latest regarding the PeopleMover. Now, Walt Disney World seems to be preparing for a busy holiday season, as they have posted extended hours for Christmas week. Starting December 20th, going all the way to the 30th, park hours are currently posted as followed. Magic Kingdom will be open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., EPCOT 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., Hollywood Studios 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Animal Kingdom from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, for those of you who've been following the Disney Roundup, you know I've expected this for a while now. I'm a little surprised, though, at the extent of these hours, though, mainly since, well, according to Bob Chapek, park capacity is allegedly still capped at 25%, and if that's the case, I'm not sure why the extent of these hours is necessary. I am anxious, though, to see photos of the parks posted that week, because I think it will show otherwise that the parks are still capped at 25% capacity. Now, although no open date has currently been announced for the attraction, Imagineer Zach Ridley has shared a first look at the marquee Remy's Ratatouille Adventure sign. Zach shares that this original sculpture is the result of a creative collaboration between Pixar and Imagineering artisans and features Chef Remy surrounded by one of his favorite things, food. This photo captures the critical moment in the marquee's creation as gold leaf is applied by hand, bringing shimmer and detail to one of the last finishing touches to the exterior of the attraction. I can't wait to see the marquee completed and installed over the attraction's main entrance, where it will come alive with nearly 200 individual light bulbs. Again, no date has been announced as of yet for the opening of the attraction, but it is expected to be available for the 50th anniversary on October 1st of next year. After years of being independently operated, Disney will now be taking control of the Morocco Pavilion over at EPCOT. In a statement sent to Disney Food Blog, the Vice President of Communications for Walt Disney World Resorts and operating participants of the Morocco Pavilion said the following: "After many years of working together, we have mutually agreed arrangement to begin the process of transitioning operations of the Morocco Pavilion to Disney. By the end of the year, Disney will assume operations of this important part of EPCOT, and under Disney's operation, the pavilion will continue to honor the rich traditions and legacy it has since it opened." Now, with that being said, as we know, over the past many years, Disney has seemed to love to include more of their IPs inside the parks, and I feel like they'll continue to do so with the Morocco Pavilion in the future. I feel as if not sooner than later, Aladdin will be in the Morocco Pavilion when able to return in different ways. I think the face character will be there, and as I think in the future, an attraction could make its way over there as well. But let me know what you think about that in the comments down below as well. Now for outside the parks news, over this past week, Walt Disney World has posted a reopening date for All-Star Movies Resort. All-Star Movies will be reopening February 9th of 2021, with reservations now available to be made at the resort. No date has been announced yet to when All-Star Sports or Music will reopen as well. Now, although the Disneyland parks will continue to remain closed, starting in November, the downtown Disney district will be extending to Buena Vista Street. With Buena Vista Street soon opening select shopping and dining experiences, you can find even more places to enjoy a memorable meal or fun shopping. Only the shopping and dining experiences along Buena Vista Street will be accessible from the downtown Disney district at this time, as of course Disney California Adventure still remains closed. Now for company news, Walt Disney Animation Studios has released a brand new trailer for their upcoming film, Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya and the Last Dragon features Raya, a lone warrior whose mission is to track down the legendary Last Dragon in a bid to save Kamundra and unite its lands. Long ago in the fantasy world of Kamundra, humans and dragons lived together in harmony, but when an evil force threatened the land, the dragons sacrificed themselves to save humanity. Now, 500 years later, the same evil has returned, and it's up to warrior Raya to track down the legendary Last Dragon and restore the fractured land and its divided people. However, along her journey, she'll learn that it'll take more than a dragon to save the world. It's going to take trust and teamwork as well. Raya and the Last Dragon is currently scheduled to open in the US theaters on March 12th, 2021, and if you want to check out that full trailer, I will leave a link to that in the description down below as well. Alright everyone, well that's all I have for you for this week's episode of the Disney Roundup. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to receive the Disney Roundup each and every single week. And that's all I have for you for this week, and until next time, we'll see you on the DRU.